Hey, Mike.
Hey,
You're great.
you're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
Shut the front
You
door.
are
We're
so
all
funny.
so
Mike Coletta
great.
is so funny, you guys.
Monica is the best person in the world.
All right. Now that we're done lying to you guys.
Okay. We feel really good, though. This is Hug Life episode 5. If you haven't been following along at home, there's been 5 of them. This is the 5th one.
And there's so much good stuff happening right now, you guys. We figured out the sound level, whatever,
The sound
a little bit.
It's way better.
But I am way more excited about the mic stands. They get
They
taller.
get taller. We're dumb.
We didn't have to lean forward that whole time. You
No.
could just move it up.
We could have moved it up the whole time. We had no idea.
I don't know, but I'm excited that we figured it out.
I am, too. Also, I learned that we were going in stereo. Mono, not stereo.
Mono.
I don't
That's
know
my
what it
nickname.
means, but mono is not as good. Oh, mono's their nickname for this episode.
Yeah, maybe.
I haven't thought of one. It's not as good as Nevi Ending Story 2.
No.
Because you know what? One, throw it out. Throw it out.
It's not
My
worth
voice is a little
seeing.
bit gone. My voice feels a little strange right now today.
He was screaming last night.
I was screaming very loud last night for the Battle of the Sexes show at Tacoma Comedy Club.
Yeah. It was amazing.
You know why? Because Monica and I were on the same team. I joined the ladies team, and
Right.
I've never felt stronger in my life.
He
Okay?
played
I'm every
so
woman.
well. He played so well.
It felt nice. It was good. We killed it.
Yeah.
I did a Tourette's rap that consisted of me cursing a lot.
Yes. I wrote a diary entry for Adam Norwest where he had sex with a man and a ferret.
It was really fun. And actually, the fun part is you can actually see Monica almost every single month on that show because she's
Yeah.
like the team captain for the
I
ladies.
am. Me and Kelsey Cook.
And then next month, it's every the third Sunday of every month. So I believe it's October 19th. I'm actually hosting it, and it's Halloween themed. And there's going to be some costumes, some cosplay going on. Okay, it's going to get real nice. It's going to get real nice. Yeah, this is October 19th. So definitely check that out. It'll be a fun time. It'll
It's
be a
so
hoot
much
and a
fun.
holler.
This time, Mike took his shirt off.
I did take
no
my shirt off.
promises for the next time.
No
but I'm just
promises.
saying.
You know what wins some imaginary comedy contests?
Boobs.
Some male nudity. That's what you need. All you need is a little male nudity to make everything better.
Yes.
Story of my life. Not really. I don't like being naked. We've discussed this before.
Right.
But anyway.
But he did it anyways because he's a team player.
I am a team player. You know, when I see fake numbers that add up to nothing except the winning and the respect that we deserve as the ladies team, as Team Snatchberries
Yes.
that we were, I'll go for it. I'll take it to
Put it all in there.
I'll be Kate Winslet for a night.
Yeah.
I'll be a black Kate Moss tonight. You remember that? You remember that song?
Yeah.
I can be your black Kate Moss tonight. That was cool.
Yeah.
I like
Why
that.
not?
Sometimes I text that to friends without any context whatsoever. Just like, I'll be your black Kate Moss tonight. And they're like, what are you talking about?
I'm sure they're really excited about
They
that.
love it.
Yeah.
They like it. That's what friendship is. Okay.
That's what what
Before
friendship is.
we get off on tangents like Black Kate Moss, I want to let you guys know that this Friday, this is going to come out on Wednesday, which is a couple days. I might actually release it early. I might actually release it tomorrow because you know
let's
what?
just get it
I
out
might
there.
actually release it tonight because this Friday is the Hug Life Comedy Hour
Woo!
at the Pocket Theater. I'm making a lot of arm movements,
He
and I
is.
feel like Monica's judging me.
Well,
I'm really excited, you guys.
You're
It's a
gonna
show
fly
at the
away.
Pocket Theater in Greenwood. It's going to be me on the show. Monica's on the show. A wide selection of our friends, just to name a few: Kevin Addison, Yogi Pollywall, Cameron Mazuka, Scott Lossy, Aaron Kirby. That actually might have been
that's
all of them.
I'm
That might have been every single one of
That's
them.
all of our friends.
That's it. That's all we know. No one else.
No more friends.
But that show is going to be this Friday. It's at 8:30 at the Pocket Theater in Greenwood. You can check it out on Facebook. They have a event going on called Stand Up Comedy Month at the Pocket, and you'll see our show on there. Also, there is a Facebook event called Hug Life Comedy Hour. Check it out. Look at me on Facebook.
Look
at Monica on Facebook, and you'll see the links because we're plugging it like mad because we want people to go. You can
Yeah.
pre-order tickets. If you pre-order tickets, it's so much cheaper than buying them at the door because that's how the internet works.
Yeah, so do that. Do it now because I'm telling you, 29 people will get there right before you.
And you'll
you
be
don't
like,
know.
it only seats 30 people, okay?
Yeah,
and if I don't
so-
sell out a 30-seat venue, I'm going to be really sad, you guys. I'm
Can
gonna
you
get-
just buy them online?
Just
please?
buy them online. Even if you don't show up, just buy them online. Just give us $10. Make me feel good, okay?
It'll be
Come on,
fine.
please. Anyway, but that show is this Friday. That is September 26th at 8:30, I believe. September 26th, 8:30. Double checking to make sure. Yes, it's the 26th for sure.
Greenwood Pocket Theater.
Greenwood Pocket Theater.
It's going to be really fun.
It is going to be a good show. It's positive comedy. Everyone's doing 7 minutes. It's going to be a good time.
Yeah, real fast, real funny.
Real fast, funny. Fast, Furious 5 funny.
Yeah.
Fast 5
I
funny.
think there's more than 5 of us, but yeah.
6 fast. That doesn't sound as good.
No,
Okay.
right.
Second off, my Twitter, it's at Mecoletta, MECOLETTA. I'm on Twitter. Monica's on Twitter at Monica Nevi because she's unique and no one else took her name.
At Monica Nevi.
That's right.
I also have a fan page that you can like.
I don't have a fan page because I just want people to be my friend. So just add me as a friend.
I know.
I don't need fans, Monica.
I do.
I need them. Okay. Also, lastly, this podcast is on iTunes. You can rate and review it on iTunes.
I always forget.
And you need to rate the podcast and review it on iTunes if you listen to it. Even if you're like, this podcast was good, but I don't have the time, just rate and review us. Just help us out.
That's fine. And if you don't like the podcast, don't listen to it anymore and don't rate it. But if you do like it, give it a 5. Why
give
not?
Give it a 5er
and
then say that you're great. That's what you should say.
You're great.
You're great. Or talk about my underboob.
Or
okay.
hug bugs.
Or hug bugs. Hug bugs unite.
Any of those things would work, I would think. Or Dick Capra.
Dick Capra, leaf blowing in the nude. Okay. All right, so
is that all we got?
We did, that was the plugs.
Okay.
That was the plug
We
section.
always forget, so
we're doing them up top
point.
now because
Yeah.
we were like, we need to remember to talk about the things that we do, as opposed to just the stupid shit we read.
We're too excited and happy about these dumb stories. That's why.
That's why. Well, tonight's story. It is nighttime when we're recording this. I should say, they're all nice. They're all good stories. I didn't look up any weird ones because they always seem about people doing things naked.
Too much naked, we decided.
Too much nudity. Maybe I'll feel different like 30 minutes from now, and I'll just pop on my nude stories and find one for you guys.
Well, that's the problem with these is that sometimes they just show up on the side, and you're like, wait, who's naked? Let's go.
What activity are they doing naked they shouldn't be? Oh, bungee jumping? Okay, we'll look at that.
We have to look at that.
So, but yeah. All right. Now we have to talk about our beautiful show that Monica and I did in Shelton, Washington at the Little Creek Casino.
The beautiful, beautiful casino there in Shelton, Washington.
And Monica's great advice of saying, hey, you should be on the Late Show because the Late Show always has more people.
In my experience there, and mind you, I was asked to do the show. He asked me to bring another person to headline, and I said, Mike's great.
That's
you come with me. So he got paid, and the last time I did it, my show wasn't great, the early one. And the later one, there was more people. So I said, okay, Mike, you should do the later one just in case I set you up for some weird experience. Well, it kind of went the opposite this time.
Went a little different this time, you guys. So Monica's show, pretty good. Standing about, I think, 30, 40 people there.
Yeah. And
you were great. You did a little dancing for funsies.
I did a lot of dancing.
Did 45 minutes.
Yeah.
You got some good laughs.
Mm-hmm. And they paid attention.
They paid attention.
They smoked inside.
They smoked on the indoor. That never makes me feel right. I don't like
I was like mid-joke and someone started packing their cigarettes and I was like, what? Are you clapping? No?
Okay. You're just packing your cigarettes?
You
just lost a bunch of Kino. Okay.
Are you lighting that with a match? Okay.
All right. You're a classy cowboy. This is great. But then they do the way the show was designed is a 15-minute host, a 45-minute set. That's Monica and I, and then an intermission, a 15-minute host, and another headliner, a different person. I'm that late headliner. 5 people at the show. 5 people. 4 of them were at the last show with Monica, ladies' night, and then the other one was just this big dude with a ponytail sitting in the middle.
He loved it, though, man.
That's the thing. Is those 5 people were all into it, and so I was going to say this seemed like it would be a depressing story, but no, it ends well because you know why? Positivity rules the day.
And honestly, it was fun.
It was a good time. But we were just really tired. But I know I was like, fuck.
It gets weird on those ones where you're like, this is a weird show. I'm going to start doing whatever. And then whatever. But, you know.
You start doing sometimes you start dancing. Sometimes.
I did dance.
You just talk to the ladies because you want to know what ladies' night is like. And I really am kind of obsessed with the concept of ladies' night now.
Yeah.
It seems like, how many ladies' nights have you been on?
Have I been on?
Yeah. Hundreds, thousands.
No.
2, 4.
Ladies' nights as shows, that happens a lot.
No, ladies' nights like you're with your girlfriends.
See, we don't plan it, but that happens, a lot of the times.
You don't just you're not like screaming girls' night every time you take a
ladies'
shot.
Night. Well, see, this is the thing. Me and most of my friends, we don't have like boyfriends or husbands. I feel like that's when you want ladies' night. You're like, get these guys away from us.
Sometimes my single men friends and I just scream ladies' night whenever we're drinking.
That's, appropriate.
And then everyone's like, back away from them.
Wait for the girls that go, woo, when you yell that. And then you're like, those girls right there.
They're like, they wanted what? Me to come up to them and then for them to ignore me.
Right. And then
they want me to talk to them and make them feel uncomfortable for 2 minutes.
That's ladies' night right there when you are like, you don't want to talk to any dudes. It's a very weird, unless you're married. That's what I've figured out about ladies' nights. the married women grabbing
All
penises.
about the dudes
They're grabbing
junk.
penises
Because
and
you know
whatever.
what? Their firefighter husband at home just wants to sit around and watch football
Yeah.
and not please them in
No.
the bedroom.
Right.
Or really just take them anywhere.
She just wants to feel dangerous.
She just wants
you
them
know?
to feel dangerous.
Well, everyone wants to
Everyone
feel
wants
that
to feel
one.
dangerous. There's a lot of men out there that want to feel dangerous.
Yeah, so ladies' night, I don't know. I think it's when you're planning things or you have kids. Oh, fuck that. You have
You
kids,
know,
you're like, we got to have a
we
ladies'
both don't
night
want to have
where I
children.
don't have kids or husband, which is my life all the time, actually. But
I don't want to have a husband or kids either.
I think, maybe you'll change your mind.
Maybe I'll change your mind.
People always say that to me.
Pretty sure I won't change my mind about the kids thing, but the husband thing, I haven't met a strapping young lad yet. That's really gotten me going.
But I'm not going to rule it out. I don't know.
Never say never, you guys. It's
Never
just
say
like that
nevy.
Justin Bieber. Oh,
Ooh,
never say nevy.
got that one.
Nevy and Story. Mona. Mono. They called you Mona? Mono?
Mono.
Mono because like short for Monica, but it's also mononucleosis.
Yeah, and actually when I was in trouble, they would call me mononucleosis. My grandma,
Your grandma has
Yeah.
some pretty fly nicknames.
she doesn't give a shit.
She's not. You know how many fucks my grandma gives? No.
I give less fucks than my grandma.
I give less fucks than my grandma. Boosh.
Oh, man.
You got it.
Anyways, Shelton, yeah, it was super fun.
But yeah, Shelton is what I always recognize about the town of Shelton, Washington, is when you drive in during the daytime, not at night racing trying to make the show like we did.
Oh, yeah, that was
They
real
have
close.
two giant like steel statues of bulls and like a baby bull, a calf, if you will, kind of a farmer.
Baby bull.
And the baby bull is like going up to the bull's like crotchal region,
Oh.
but I think it's got horns. Dude bulls don't have udders.
Yeah, this is, whoa, so confused. Maybe
They're placed precariously.
can you do like a hermaphrodite bull?
A hermo
Yeah,
bull?
he's got both. That's
Both?
what a hermaphrodite is, right?
A
yeah.
bow? It's a bull cow.
Yeah, sure. A bow.
A bow.
Bow chicka wow.
Wow, because the bow and bow wow.
It's getting weird.
It's getting real weird. I also don't think hermaphrodite is the term you're supposed to use anymore.
I don't know.
Is it?
What is it? No,
Hey,
but that's
you
when
know
they're
what?
born with that.
You
That's
guys-
not like transgendered or
Oh.
something like that. That's
I don't
when
know.
you're
but
born with both.
if you know the answer, you can email us at huglifepodcast@gmail.com.
Because I'm pretty sure I say offensive things all the time. But I
Pretty
just
sure
don't.
she does.
we think we both do. I just don't
I made
know.
an abortion joke 2 episodes ago, and we've only
Yeah.
done
I
5.
said jazz cigarettes one time.
did too. Oh, man. Wasn't that the darndest thing?
Are we ready for some stories?
Are you guys
or
ready
are
for
we-
some positive news stories? Of course you are, because you can't listen back. So we do a
Listen
lot of
back, you can
shows.
listen back.
Shows. We've done a couple shows where there's been some pretty shitty cop news,
Yeah.
and there's also been some shitty cop news in the news. And so I thought I'd throw down this. Oh my gosh, you guys! Did you guys know that ads will sometimes play when you're trying to do your podcast, and then
he
you don't know
looked
this
away from the
netbook,
computer,
and
like
then you
it
don't know how to
wasn't
make it go,
where it was
and it's
coming
really
from.
annoying. Oh my gosh, you're the worst computer.
Now I'm never gonna use State Farm just 'cause of that.
Because you just ruined our podcast, State Farm. Like a bad neighbor, State Farm's never there.
Never there. Well, I don't want my neighbors over all the time anyway. State Farm.
See, State
No,
Farm's
when your welcome is used up.
like a
Okay.
good neighbor. State Farm's outside your window.
State Farm never goes home.
So here we go. You ready for the headline?
Yeah.
Compassionate cops pool their own money
Their own
to help a homeless family of 6
What?
get off the streets. How does that make you feel just right off the bat, Monica? Tell
Well,
me.
that I mean, a little conflicted because the only cop homeless interactions I've ever seen have been very negative. You know, they're
They're usually like punching them.
maybe or just moving them or saying they can't be where they are or whatever, or trying to get them in trouble for something. But a whole family, that's very sad. A whole family is homeless. So then, good for them, man.
Good for them.
Just getting it together.
All right,
gives me a little hope.
You want me to read this for you?
Well, yeah.
One of the best.
Where was it and why did they decide to do
St.
this?
Paul, Minnesota.
Okay.
It was
They
earlier
have
this
homeless
month
people there?
because they don't give you the time. Okay. One of the best ways to earn a person's trust is to lend them a helping hand when they least expect it and need it the most. Oh, that's charming. So they're in St. Paul, Minnesota.
Charming.
The 46-year-old had been Kim. What's her face? Kim Washington was living in Florida.
That was a hard one.
Well, yeah, was living in Florida when her boyfriend, until recently, she decided to flee from domestic violence occurring in her home. Sad beginnings.
Oh, no.
Sad beginnings.
Yeah.
Upon arrival back home to her home state, Minnesota.
Mhm.
She probably talked like this, Minnesota.
Minnesota.
She was in a family of 6. They lived in an SUV.
The family. So are these her kids or are they other?
Her kids and her family
So
of
she's
6
got
lived in an SUV because the
kids.
local homeless and battered women's shelters were full.
Oh no.
A lot of domestic violence in St. Paul, Minnesota. Okay,
Apparently.
not a really good story for the St. Paul, Minnesota Tourism Board.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
They had a parked car and began complaining. Like, people had seen the car and they were complaining to the police, who received 8 calls in 3 weeks about this homeless family living in their car. That's kind of messed up.
What do you call it?
Who calls and being like, oh, this person's on the street and they're living there with their kids because they have nowhere else to live. Get them out of here.
Right. Yeah. What would you say? I mean, I guess because we have some cars in my neighborhood that are just there all the time, but no one's in them. Like, if I was like, that guy is just living in there, that's different than like this woman has 5 kids with her.
Yeah.
Like, it's not. I don't know. That seems like a different scenario.
Are you ready for the positivity to hit you so hard in the face?
I don't know.
All right. That sounds a weird way of saying positivity. St. Paul police officers then banded together to buy food and gift cards for the family and gathered enough funds to put them up in a temporary motel
Oh
room.
my God. With gift cards.
And an officer Alberg, let them do laundry at her house and share her daughter's books with the children. Oh my gosh, this is just so nice.
Only
this
books?
just feels so good. I mean, it's just like, this is the best quote ever, though. This is the greatest quote. This is the lady, Washington. This is Kim Washington.
Kim Washington.
She's the one that has all the kids. Lived in an SUV. I wasn't a big fan of the police. But them helping allowed us to view them in a different light and say, yes, they really do want to protect and serve.
Oh, God. That's good. She's like,
know
I'm
what?
not sure about these guys.
Like, I didn't feel good about this, but then, yeah.
Then
I
you
just
gave
love
me
it.
a bunch of shit, and
I love how
now I
they-
feel good.
Like, it's just so funny if you, like, got someone something and you're like, I thought you were a dickhead before.
You still treat them exactly the same.
But you got me
But
this.
you got me an Olive Garden gift
But
card.
that's a nice story, though. It's a positive place. We did one where it's like,
Absolutely.
oh, police are wasting tax dollars putting stickies on cars. This is way better.
Yeah, this is way better than pranking each other. Why don't
For
you
bullshit
spend your
reasons.
time helping out homeless ladies.
Homeless ladies
Specifically
and
homeless
children.
ladies and children.
All right, you ready for the next one?
I don't know. That one was so good.
Okay, here we go. I think we already discussed servers and tips on this show. Didn't we have a story about that?
But I think I remember talking about that a little bit.
Okay, here we go. You
Also,
ready for
we
this?
forget what we talk about all the time.
We
so.
do. It's a constant state of forgetting. This one is another positive one. That makes me feel really nice on my inside parts. It's not letting me scroll down. Now I'm going to scroll down. It's not working.
At least 10 minutes of every
Gosh,
podcast
you
is
guys-
you going, God, my computer sucks.
Okay, all right, here we go. Struggling bartender left speechless after customer gives $1,000 tip
Holy-
on $14 bill.
Is this a new story?
This is a brand new story. This was posted on September 22nd,
What
2014.
if you were like, this is brand new, it's from May.
It's
and
from May. No, this was posted today. I get
That's
all the
awesome.
stories off of the HuffPo Good News because I go to the other good news sites and they all just seem to be what's on HuffPo. Like they just
Or about
aggregate them.
naked people.
Yeah, so I just did that.
Well, that's awesome.
Uh,
Where
s-
was this one? Because
uh,
that happened.
Guess the state.
Oh,
It's a basketball team that's really good. Or used to be good, or is famous. And they're usually ranked, I think. I don't know a lot about men's basketball in
what
college.
are we talking about college?
Yeah, college.
North Carolina.
Yes.
Duke?
But what no, not Duke. Wake Forest.
Oh, there you go.
Wake
okay.
Forest, a bartender. She doesn't play for the basketball team.
Yeah,
37
specifically.
Let's get real. A 37-year-old bartender in Wake Forest, North Carolina.
37-year-old bartender.
Yeah,
Okay.
you know, and she was surprised after she talked to a guy. She had a customer, and she was talking to him about woes and cares, like you do.
You know,
A
just
bartender
really
does.
investing.
And then the guy had a bill of $14, and then he left Kemp a $1,000 tip.
On a
On a
$14
bill.
tab. Is that-
And his excuse was karma. He was like, I
need some.
He's like, I believe in karma, and I believe you deserve this one. And then she actually played everything right. Because if you read this article, she checked with the guy like 8 times, like, are you sure this is the tip you want to leave me? And then she called him later and was like, are you sure this is the tip you want to leave me? Because I don't want to be... And she said yes. And then, in another sweet move, she ended up actually splitting that tip with the other servers because it was a slow day.
She's the best.
But she had problems. She had a 5-year-old daughter with medical bills, and she had to get a new washing machine. One of those way more serious than the other.
Completely different level.
Those were her two, but both not equally expensive. Medical bills are ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't know anything.
I suppose it would depend on what kind of medical bills we're talking about. But still, that's the thing. If you have the money to do that, that's awesome.
Yeah, and they have a bunch of pictures of her, and she's so happy. And the customer wanted to remain anonymous. He's not going to be known. He said, and this is exact quote, he believes in karma, and he believes it was his turn. Not an exact quote. That was the quote in the article. Whatever.
That's good. If that...
Do you think karma's real?
I think karma's real.
Tell me about it.
I think, no. I don't know. But I don't think karma's a thing. However, I very much believe in, human energy. It makes me sound weird when I say this, but...
Welcome to the Hippy Dippy podcast.
Right, I know. But, so, you always want it to be, a positive energy, you know what I mean? Because if you're around someone negative, then it makes it, gets in your energy. So, he's talking to her, she's saying all these bad things are happening, and he's like, here, I'm going to help you out, I'm going to change your energy to be positive. And then she then moves that energy to the other servers. It's just my higher power is very much like the collective peoples. Yeah.
That's nice.
I would like us all to be.
If you know what, Monica, if I
good.
was a server and I got tipped $1,000, I'd totally give you $3.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, dude.
That's great.
I'd you're great.
You're
great.
You're great.
You're
That's
great.
what it says on the receipt. You're great.
You're great. I don't know how I'd react. Yeah, this is the thing is, I'm thinking about that to myself, because you never see $1 on the street, or actually, let's not do $1, because $1 is not a big deal, but $20. I always think before I take it, this would probably be someone's $20, right?
Right.
Do you think that?
Well, okay.
It's on the street though.
Where are you finding $20 on the street?
It's happened to me once.
Okay.
Even $5. I'm if it's more than $1, I start getting questioned. I don't know if this is legit.
Right.
I feel bad. And she searched out. This is just a guy giving it to her. But even when I see some money on the street, and you should be like, fuck it, the guy, he's lost out.
Right. Right. No, I look around, see if somebody maybe is looking for it. Because if you drop $20, you're probably looking for it. Here's the thing. I've had, my backpack and stuff stolen. That's, the worst feeling ever. So if I find someone's stuff, I really try to, get it back to them. Because, someone lost their ID in front of my house. And they acted I just looked at the address, which is kind of creepy, but it was pretty close. So I just walked to their house and then put it in their mailbox. Because that's so inconvenient and it's terrible.
You didn't knock on the door and was hey, yo.
Oh, I did not. They weren't there.
Oh.
And then I just put it in the mailbox.
That's cool.
And I never told anyone until right now.
What?
So hopefully they listen to the podcast.
What?
They gave your ID back.
You know what's funny is I actually lost my ID in college, and I was freaking out. I actually got in a car. I made my friend drive. And he wasn't really drunk, but he didn't have any shoes on. And apparently that's against the law. This is in Pullman, Washington. And he's driving me, and I am hammered. And I'm underage, definitely. At this point, I'm 18, 19. And the cop pulls us over, and he's like, what are you doing? And I'm I'm looking for my ID. And I'm freaking out. And then I keep talking when he's asking my friend questions. And I'm we're that's why we got a flashlight. I'm saying stupid shit. And the cop's he's clearly inebriated. You guys should go home. I could totally give him a ticket. And then I get home. And I freak out all day the next day, and I didn't check online. There was a Facebook message, the night of I lost the ID, and this guy's I found your ID, and it was a guy I knew, a guy that was my friend on Facebook. He didn't even have to really find me. He's I found your ID on the street. You want it back? And I'm already got a new one, but holy shit.
That's crazy. But you knew him? That happened.
I knew
that
the guy.
Exact thing happened to me. I dropped my debit card and my ID, and somebody who didn't know me Facebook messaged me and had me come pick it up from where they work, which is really cool because you have my debit card. You could totally go and fuck around and spend money. You could spend a good $10 if you wanted to.
That's all I got on
that
there.
thing, yeah. Which actually is currently lost right now. So if you have my debit
still
card,
have it? It's still lost?
Yeah, I'm doing fine without.
Guys,
without
Monica
it right
has
now.
no money. Can you please donate to this podcast? You don't have a donate
We
at
don't have a donate
www.
button. That is my charity for today. Is my debit
Monica
card.
Nebby, find her a debit card. No, have you ever gotten your credit card or thing like fraud?
Mm-mm.
That's happened to me like twice now. And
Really?
both times gone to Portland. It's always happened.
That's where they took
where
it.
Happened at. I was in
Oh.
Portland the first time,
I knew they were
and
sneaky.
someone bought a hot stone massage on me. That was the weird one.
You're like, I don't even get to have this.
I'm
This
like,
is
what
bullshit.
the hell? I'm like, LL is like Hot Stone Massage LLC, and I'm like,
That's amazing. Who finds a credit card and is like, oh my god, I can totally use this.
Dude,
Oh, let's go get a
first
massage.
thing gonna do before I buy an
And very
Xbox.
specifically,
is
a hot
stone
stone
massage. Because you know what? You need lukewarm stones. Not having it.
Gotta get loose.
You want
Gotta
them
get
cold
real
stones?
loose.
It's cheaper, but it's not
Just
worth
trying
it.
to get ready to swipe the cards.
A
all
cold
ready to
stone
go.
massage is where they just pour ice cream on your back. Oh
Do
my
they do
god,
that?
sounds so
Do they sing while they do it?
good.
If you tip them at Cold Stone, they sing to you.
Yeah, I know, because I worked there. I worked at Cold Stone. That was my
is
first
the
job.
least surprising
That
thing
was
I've
my.
ever heard.
Oh, that's so rude.
Just you seem like
You
I
know
would
when
tip you.
you know when you
You're a
work
stripper.
at Cold Stone when I was okay. I don't know
Sorry.
where that came from. Monica just.
You took your
objectified.
shirt off on stage last night.
I know. I looked really good, right?
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah,
Like
you
a
were
French girl.
You could like uncontrollably like draw me like one of them French girls. That's not how I
You
said
just
it though.
fell to the ground.
And then I fell. I really hurt my hip when I fell. By the way,
really committed to it. Brilliant.
I commit to my Kate Winslet. Okay, I'm not
Okay.
afraid.
Sorry.
That was Titanic. If you guys haven't figured that out,
Right.
he drew me like one of them French girls.
We had to change the ending of it, so
Yeah, so it made that we did the ending that makes sense, whereas the boat doesn't crash and Billy Zane sees them cheating and kills them. It
Yeah.
makes more sense that way.
And I was
Jilted
Billy
lovers,
Zane.
and you were totes Billy Zane.
with someone's giant suit jacket on. That's great.
But yeah, I did work at Cold Stone. That was my first job. When you get a job at Cold Stone, by the way, just so you know, it's not an interview. It's an audition.
It's
They
is that
call
what
it
they
that?
say?
I got it, and I called my dad. I'm like,
Cold
I don't
Stone
want to
is
do
like,
this.
We love theater and ice cream. What do we do with this?
Oh, it's an audition. We're going to make them sing and dance, and they're going to sit in a circle because circles in theater mean equality, and that's why everyone should be equal, and we're all sitting the ground, but we're all high school kids and have terrible acne and don't want to be here. Also, girls.
Stop eating the gummy bears.
I would actually sweat so much at that job because scooping ice cream is hard. I just stand in the walk-in fridge for a very long time.
Kind of cool off.
And I'd also get free ice cream each shift, and I would always eat it myself and never give it to my parents. I gave it to my parents like twice. I worked there for 3 months. It was not a good deal.
Not a good deal.
Yeah, I mean, it was fun. The people I work with were fun, but you don't get paid a lot. And when they tip you like 25 cents, and they're like, sing.
Sing to me.
And then you got to split that tip with the 8 other people working with
God.
you. And so you get like, here's your tips, and it's like $4, and you work a 6-hour shift.
And sang to 12 people.
Yeah, Cold Stone. We're at Cold Stone. We're a ice cream something family. That was the
That was
Flintstones
one.
thing. Yeah, it was one of them. I had to memorize the songs,
Yeah,
and then I just
I would assume.
deleted that area of my brain.
Good
Because
for
you
you.
shouldn't
Let's
waste
move on.
RAM
Let's
on
move
that.
past
No,
that.
let's not
No,
move.
okay, let's go back.
Let's
Let's
keep talking
relive
about
that.
Cold Stone ice cream.
Okay.
So my favorite flavor. Okay.
What if
But-
someone tipped you $1,000 at Cold Stone? What would
I
you
would
sing?
be like, you're the best person,
Mhm.
but now I'm only getting 150 of this. You should really tip me $5,000. That would make sense. It'd be 200. Anyway, my math's not correct. But yeah, so this was a nice one, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Just guess what? The niceness keeps on rolling. You ready for the next one?
Yes.
Here we go. My computer's frozen. That's a different one. We already went over that one. Retired?
I heard a story about someone buying someone a new computer when it sucked ass.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that the news headline?
Of
Bought
the
new computer
future.
after old one sucked ass.
Yes. It was on.
Oh, I get it. I actually thought you were serious, and then I realized you were talking about me. So on the ball today. Retired ailing police dog brought to shelter to be euthanized, now on upswing, needs new home.
Oh, little baby.
This-
This is the one. This
this
is the thing that
police
gets
dog
me is dogs.
Was on death row. And he was like singing songs and like
Death
requesting
row.
his
That
last
makes it sound like he killed
and
somebody.
requesting his last meal. He was like, don't know how dogs, huh? Okay. Is that not how it works? Because I thought that's totally how it works, you guys.
The dogs hum right before they
Have you guys seen The
get
Green Mile?
euthanized?
Because I haven't seen The Green Mile. Is it like that?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what the movie Green Mile is like? Just people humming and then being euthanized?
And well, they get a steak first.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Have you seen the movie?
They get electrocuted in that movie, I think.
That's pretty terrible.
That's how they
That's
die.
a pretty bad way to go.
That
Although,
was-
didn't they botch an injection recently in
Yeah.
some state, and it was like a big deal?
Mm-hmm.
Positive news.
Yes.
Sorry about that, you guys.
So hard.
You guys are all like, oh, I'm here to listen to my happy podcast, and we're like, botched injections. Humming on death row, last meals. Yeah, so this police dog, it was retired. I always love the thing about, I love animals, but I also love service animals a lot. And they're like, don't pet a service animal. I'm like, I want to touch your service animal so bad right now. You telling me I can't touch it makes me want to touch it. I won't, because I respect you, but I want to touch your dog.
I just
so
love
bad.
the doggies. I just love my doggy died last year.
Your doggy died last year?
Yeah.
What was his name?
Luke.
Luke?
Mm-hmm.
That's a person name. That's
yeah,
good.
like Luke Ridnour. That's who I named him after.
You named him after Luke Ridnour?
Yeah, isn't that ridiculous?
Dude, that's
yeah.
kind of rad.
Yeah, and he got so sick. He was only 7, and he got so sick.
Oh.
And I wish he didn't get sick, but he did. So this is good. This dog, he's feeling better.
That's good. Yeah, this dog, it seems like he had a really rickety past. Like, people brought him in and they didn't know what was wrong with him, but it turns out there was not really anything wrong with him, it looks like. I don't know. Dude, there's such a thing as an animal welfare advocate. Did you know that?
No, I did not know that.
Yeah,
What is
Lisa Moser, a long-time animal welfare
that? She a
advocate,
Facebook user too.
get this, runs a parrot rescue in Oklahoma.
A parrot rescue.
That has to be
in
the-
Oklahoma.
That has to be the loudest fucking rescue in the world.
That has to be.
Just you just walk in the halls and you're like, hey, someone get a mop. Mop, mop, mop. And you're like, oh, fuck, really?
Is that like a problem in Oklahoma? The parrots need to be
There
rescued?
are parrots everywhere in Oklahoma.
I mean, maybe she's rescuing them from other places and bringing them to Oklahoma, in which case I don't know if they would be very happy, but
She has this quote. I have always had a heart for animals. I was the kid who brought home baby bunnies and birds and other assorted creatures. All of my own personal pets were somebody else's cast-offs, she says. Your parents must have hated you, Lisa Moser.
can we keep it? They're like, God damn
Dad's
it,
like, our
not
house isn't a
again."
goddamn petting zoo. It's not a goddamn petting zoo.
Tell that parrot to shut up.
So apparently the canine there's a picture of him. It's pretty adorable. It's him driving off in a car to his new home in Oklahoma, sticking his head out the window. There's something so happy about a dog sticking their head out the window of a
There
car.
really is.
It's like, oh my God, have you ever done it? Have you done it yourself?
Oh,
I've
yeah.
done it a lot.
I used to do it all the time.
Stick your tongue out
Every
a little
time,
bit?
pretty
Every
much.
time, while driving, like Dumb and Dumber style at the side of the
Yeah.
window? Or
Mhm.
Ace Ventura. That's Ace
That's Ace
Ventura.
Ventura. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, podcast
Jim
listeners.
Carrey. It's fine.
Okay, the next two are celebrities doing good things.
Okay.
Is that
that's
cool?
That's new too.
Are you
I think
cool with
that's
celebrities
new.
doing good things?
Absolutely.
Are you cool with that?
I
This-
think that's very important because we only hear really bad,
It's always either about dogs or crazy people being naked. Here we go.
Right. Well, but I mean, like, the only thing you hear about celebrities usually is
Like so-and-so
scandal or
punched their wife in an
controversy or
elevator. Yeah, it's
naked
pretty terrible.
also, but
I agree. This is
so and so
gonna be a good
punched
one.
their wife in an elevator. So
Ray Rice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's not hide it. Let's not dance around that one.
Oh, yeah.
He did it. We all saw it.
Everyone in the NFL is terrible, except for people that are not. But that's the problem with it. It's like I don't know how to feel about football anymore.
Yeah. Well, see, here's the thing. That sport is you're supposed to be jacked up and like violent. You know what I mean? So I think statistically,
Statistically?
yeah,
Statistically?
statistically.
Dude, okay, you ready for this one? This
people
one
are jacked
involves
up.
a guess who the celebrity is. Guess who it is. Guess.
Is it male or female?
That's male. He's younger.
Younger.
He's an actor.
Zac Efron.
Think more wizardry. Daniel
who-
Radcliffe.
Yes.
I couldn't even wait. I couldn't even wait for you to answer. I was so excited. Guys, it's fucking Harry Potter. He's doing a good thing. Okay, you guys
Harry
ready?
Potter.
Limgardium Leviosa, my spirits. Okay? I feel great right now. Are you ready for this? Daniel Radcliffe pays back cab fare 2 years later, stays true to his word.
What? He
All right.
forgot?
I'm going to break this story down because the story's kind of long. I read it earlier today because I was just like, oh my God, it's Harry Potter. Okay, so what happened is Daniel Radcliffe 2 years ago was like hanging out with a group of Irish football, not American, football players. And they were partying all night in celebration of a big win. And then at the end of the night, Radcliffe found himself without cash for the cab ride home, and he had to bum 50 pounds off of the athletes. And he said, I swear,
Oh.
I will pay you back for this. I swear I will pay you back for this. Not a problem. And they're like, okay. And he waited 2 years, and then he sent them back a 50-pound note with a personal letter. That's like, I told you I'd pay you back.
He waited that long.
But that's what I was wondering about, because I'm like,
I figured
you're
he
worth
had-
millions of dollars.
You're fucking Harry Potter.
And you could have gotten it. But then he tweeted it out, and he was like, well, this is kind of a weird one, because it said a positive news story. I'm like, yeah, the guy's true to his word. That is a positive thing. But it's not something like he didn't do anything for anyone.
Right. Well, now, isn't it this? There's no more movies, so he's like, I gotta.
He's not more
get
movies.
some
I
publicity.
feel kind of bad because he's also going to be just Harry Potter the rest of his life.
Right. Yeah. What do you do after that? You're just
What if you do about the old HP? You know what I'm saying?
HP.
HP. That Hewlett Packard Harry Potter bullshit. Don't fuck with that.
He's yeah. Well, I mean, but that's still nice of him.
Oh man. There's a couple stories on the side that are like homeward bound. Missing pup believed to have been stolen 2 years ago is found.
Where was Hermione this whole time?
Hermione?
Yeah, why did she
was
pay
probably
for it?
acting in.
I don't know anything about Harry Potter. I'm gonna be completely honest
You
with you.
don't?
I
Have
don't.
you ever seen a Harry Potter movie at all?
I've seen a couple of them, but it was kind of on accident. I have seen Chamber of Secrets.
Have you seen The Prisoner of Azkaban?
No.
That's how you pronounce
I
it.
think I
It's
saw like the
Azkaban.
fifth one for some weird reason,
Okay.
and then didn't understand anything. So
You guys ready for another?
I can't read.
Guys, this just like becomes a slow breakdown where you're like, yeah, I just never read it and I just can't do it and I can't read. You guys, and you start
I
crying.
just wait for you. This is why you read the stories, is because I can't read them.
You can't read them, period, you guys. Also, I have a lot of free time. Okay. Continuing the celebrity edition. This one's actually kind of a sweet, cool thing. Also, another young British man.
Okay.
This is the British celebrity version.
Ron Weasley.
Nope. Think more royal. Prince Harry comes to the
Would
rescue
you give me a chance to
of
guess
a little
these?
girl. No, you just interrupted the middle of the headline. How
Sorry.
dare you?
I'm
It's
sorry.
royalty. He's going to come at you hard with halberds and swords or whatever else British people do. Okay? It's going to get real. All right?
Jesus.
All right. Prince Harry comes to the rescue of a little girl, gives her fairy tale treatment.
How?
I'll tell you how.
Just like that's all you say, and we keep going.
So last Sunday, fairy tale treatment. He feeds her to a wolf. Like, oh my God. Last Sunday, 5-year-old Isabel Nixon was having trouble seeing the stage during the closing ceremony of the Invictus Games, which is international. It's like the wounded and sick members of the armed forces competition for the United Kingdom. I think
That's
so. They're like wheelchair games and stuff like that.
okay.
It's like that, but it's for members of the armed forces.
okay.
Forces? Forces.
The Iron Fortune cookies.
And and it was the Foo Fighters concert. They were playing there, a little fighting some Foo, wheelchair basketball. Okay,
That's all right. Now that the picture is painted.
picture
this
is painted.
weird
Isabel
scenario.
couldn't see, so this young, strange, tall, redheaded man grabs this 5-year-old girl, puts her on her shoulders, and she's just and he's like dancing with her, like moving back and forth, like fun dancing, not creepy, weird club dancing.
On the shoulders.
She's on her
I don't
on
think
his
you can
shoulders.
creepy dance on the
Dancing,
shoulders.
yeah. And then her parents finally turn around and see it, and they're like, holy shit,
They didn't
that's
know
the
that?
fucking Prince of England.
Right. Which is the only way that you wouldn't freak out. Like
Yeah.
if it was anyone else, you'd be like, "What the fuck? Some
Yeah.
dude just grabbed our kid.
Oh,
What
you're
the
like,
hell
oh
is
my
happening?"
God, it's fucking royalty. And then she takes the mom tweets it on Twitter, and 62 retweets, 71 favorites. Not bad, Mom. Not bad.
That's pretty good.
Pretty good.
How many followers does she have? You
I
know.
know. I mean, yeah, she probably got a couple followers because, hey, your kid touched the Prince of England. But apparently, the funny part about this story is the girl didn't know who this guy was. She didn't know who Prince Harry was.
Scared?
So she's just like dancing, like, this is weird, but I'm gonna roll with it.
She's like,
And
I
then
can
her
see
mom's
now.
like,
Whatever.
She gets off his shoulders. The song's over, and he goes off to go do princely things,
Yeah.
which is mostly just PR because he doesn't do anything in politics. And
Play croquet on horses. What's that called?
polo.
Yep.
Polo.
Croquet on horses. Yeah.
But she tells the little girl who that was, and then she freaks the fuck out.
yeah.
She's like, "Oh my God, he's a prince!" And so now her friends call her the princess, and she's a 5-year-old, and she's having a good time. The funny thing about it is she's got some sweet hunting headphones on, because when you're at a concert and you're a kid, you're supposed to have your earplugs in, and shows her on hunting headphones on the Prince of England.
Hunting headphones?
Like the earmuffs for shooting. I mean, like the shooting head.
Got it. Like
not
the
headphones,
3M, like
earmuff.
real
Yeah, like the big old headphone earmuff things.
earmuff.
Except they don't have sound, so they're not headphones. Guys, I don't know.
You guys
how this
know
works.
what we're talking about.
But that's a fairy tale ending. What would happen if you were at
He's
a
a prince.
concert and the Prince of England just put you on his shoulders? How would you feel?
Probably heavy, but
I'd feel pretty intense, yeah, 'cause I'm like, you just lifted me, dog.
yeah,
pretty
I
crazy.
feel. I mean, let's do it. You know, I'm on
do
board with
it.
princes. Let's. Actually, he's not my favorite of the princes, but
Oh, who are your favorite prince? Tell me about your favorite princes right now.
I'm gonna say who's my favorite prince. Okay. Well, first of all, my favorite princess is Belle. So, but the Beast, I think that's a weird scenario. So I don't like him.
So you're going fictional princesses?
Duh.
Princes?
I don't know anything
Princesses?
about them. Who's it? Who's the one that's married?
One that's married?
William.
Prince William, taller guy. He married Kate Middleton.
Yeah.
I almost said Kate Upton. That's a totally different person.
He's married Kate Upton.
He married Kate Upton and Middleton. Polygamy. He just loves girls named Kate.
Get it.
Get it, girl. Your favorite prince is the guy from Beauty and the Beast?
Nope. I think that's a creepy scenario. He kidnaps her father, and then she lives with him and falls in love. Don't fall in love with your kidnapper. Come on.
Especially if he's a man beast.
Yeah.
Sweet sound, man. Monica's doing all the sounds now for this show.
Sound effects. Meow meow. That's Beast.
I'm kidding.
I don't know. I think that's Cinderella Prince. What's his name? I don't know. Prince Charming. They're all Prince Charming. 'Cause
Prince Charming?
He is like, there's all these bitches, but I want that one, you know? And he
He
goes after it.
goes after it
He's
hard.
trying to find, and he also touches a lot of women's feet in the process, which is pretty gross. So you know that he's really into it.
Oh, okay. Well, here's
That's
some
the
more
extent
news.
of my knowledge about the
princes.
royal family.
You're like, he's not my favorite prince, though. And then you just say a couple facts, like, that was it.
That was
Also, I love how you're like, it's not my favorite prince. I have way more fictional princes I'm in love with that
Yeah.
aren't real. I thought you were going to mention some, like, Saudi prince or something that you're in love with.
I don't know any of them.
I ain't surprised because you're a racist. Okay, moving on. Just brushing right over the. No. This is a story. It was on the Good News site. I wanted to get your opinion on it.
Okay.
Homecoming queen gives crown. Sorry, I'm reading it wrong. Homecoming queen gives bullied friend her crown.
What is she? Okay.
So like, she has a friend that gets bullied a lot, and she won the homecoming queen. And then she gives the crown to her friend, like in a sweet gesture, to be like, "Hey, you deserve this. You were bullied, and we want you to be better and feel good about yourself."
Yeah.
And the worst part is, this girl didn't go to homecoming. She was apparently taking pictures on the side, like without a date.
Oh,
But this is what they don't say in the headline.
they're not friends.
They were the ones bullying her.
Yeah, I was gonna say that girl's mean to her, huh?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
girl's mean to her. And so she's like, "Oh, sorry, I've been making fun of you for 3 years. Here's a freaking crown."
I don't know how.
That doesn't do anything.
No, and
This is bullshit. This
I
shouldn't
feel
be
like
on
see,
news.
it's making her look good, but you're mean.
Yeah,
you're a
and-
mean girl.
And you look at the pictures
can't
of the
say what
girls, and you see the girls, and you see the girl with the crown that gets bullied, and you're like, "Oh, this is just like when I was a kid." And you could tell the two girls on either side of her that were like the nominated ones
Mhm.
are total assholes. You can just
Right.
tell by looking at them.
They're just like they still like in their heads are like, I'm gonna do this because I'm still better than you.
Yeah,
and
it was
so
at
I'm
a
gonna
North
give you
Texas
some-
high school. Too.
Oh yeah, bitches there.
I know, right? I hate all the women at the North Texas high schools. They're the worst.
Texas.
You're the worst.
I mean, maybe we could give her the benefit of the doubt and say that maybe this year as a senior in high school, she's growing
Yeah.
up a little bit and she's thinking, I've been mean to this girl for a really long time and I feel bad about it and now I want to change things.
So this is what happened. Is they? Sorry.
You're like, no, that doesn't make any fucking
No,
sense.
no. I'm trying to read this story and get the most sense out of
Can
it
you
here.
read either?
The way they bullied her, I can't read either. It's so hard. The way they bullied her is the girls played a prank on her where they'd tell her that she had been nominated for the homecoming court even though she hadn't.
So then they give her the crown.
They give her it sounds like backhanded and douchey, right?
This is so.
It sounds like high school bullshit. Let's burn
Yeah.
North Texas to the ground.
Let's-
Next topic.
North Texas, you're out of here.
You're out of here. Get on out of here, North Texas.
It sounds like some weird like teen movie. You
It
know?
does. It sounds like it sounds like Carrie, where they just like in the end instead of pouring blood on her, they're just like, "Sorry, we bullied you. Here's a crown."
Right. Or what was the other one when they threw dog food on her?
Oh, I don't know what that one was. I don't watch a lot of teen
She's
girl
All
movies.
That. No, is that a
Was
movie?
it She's All That? Was it? I only know Mean Girls.
Freddie
That's
Prinze Jr. Yeah,
No.
Mean Girls.
It's a good movie. Was
And
it Mean
then-
Girls that had the dog thing?
No,
Dude, I hope
That's the
someone.
one
I
when
hope someone
Lindsay
is
Lohan
listening and screaming
wins
into the microphone. Right
and
now.
she's a nerd, and she breaks the crown and gives a little piece to everybody.
This was pre-cocaine Lindsay Lohan, I believe, right?
Like well, she's probably doing coke then too, but just like right before the big kind of downfall.
Didn't she like do cocaine and then like become a lesbian and then not become a lesbian?
Yep.
Didn't she?
Well, it was like she did cocaine, and then she was a lesbian, and then she did cocaine again, and then she gave Leo DiCaprio, there you go,
Mm-hmm.
a lap dance.
Really?
Yeah.
Who wouldn't give Leo DiCaprio a lap dance, though? I mean, seriously, if we're going to get positive on it.
Right.
Am I right?
Yeah, I think that makes total sense.
Okay, we got 2 more news stories left, and then we got to get to the quiz.
Yeah.
We're actually going slower than I thought this pace was. We're
Right.
running out of time here, so we're going to kind of speed it up a little
Oh,
bit.
we're running.
All right,
okay.
you ready?
Yeah.
Woman sheds tears of joy when firefighters find wedding rings in a burned down home. That's right. She lost her wedding ring in a fire, and then the firemen found it,
Oh my
and now it's
God.
better. And that's like, it's just a fun story.
That is, I mean, that's the thing they say about fires. Sorry, I just realized that.
Is they ruin marriages.
You know what they say about fires?
They ruin marriages.
Yep, they'll burn your husband up. No.
They found the ring on her dead husband's burned corpse. She's not
It
happy
burns,
at all.
It burns all your, your family memories and stuff. Like the material stuff doesn't matter. It's all the photos and stuff like that you can't get back. So
That's why you gotta go digital, dog.
also, why wasn't she wearing the ring?
That's a good point. They don't say in the story.
She's cheating.
Her wedding ring. Yeah, it was her wedding ring and her mother's wedding ring.
Maybe both their husbands are dead. I don't know.
This is really dark. This is a really sad story. Oh, so another really shitty thing happened to you, and you just found this little
And you
sliver
just-
of hope, and the wedding rings were
But that's all it
completely
takes.
burned.
You just keep going.
And there's a
lady.
picture of them, and they're definitely black. They've definitely been burned black on the outside.
Oh, the rings. I thought you
Yeah.
meant the ladies.
Oh,
I
no,
thought
I
you were
thought
just
we-
like,
Oh my God, Monica!
no, you were like, there's a
Yeah.
picture of these, and they're definitely
they're
black. And I was like,
Definitely
what's pretty?
black, you guys.
It's obvious when that happens.
Guys,
Oh, their rings. How did they find them then?
the fireman found them because he's really good at finding
Well, I
treasures.
would think if it was shiny, then it would be easier to
You
find.
know,
but-
Monica, it was on Good Morning America, so just roll with it, okay? They're black. Oh my gosh.
Well, obviously they're black.
Well, obviously. Am I right, you guys? When I'm right, I'm right. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Oh, fuck.
Ready for this story?
Yes.
This is kind of sweet, but it also involves dead people. 700-year-old skeleton couple found holding hands.
Oh my goodness.
700
Yeah,
years
suck
old.
on that notebook.
That's
a
right.
fucking
Take
real-
that. Eat it,
real love
Gosling. Eat it,
story.
Gosling. McAdams. Rachel McAdams.
Yeah.
Kissing in the rain.
Kissing-
Try dying holding hands. They were actually
They
dead,
did,
and then
they-
they buried them with their hands being held.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Maybe
but
they
it's,
didn't even know each other. We don't know.
Archaeologists, that would be weird.
I don't know why I have to
Two
do that with every
dudes.
story. I'm like, this is great. And then I'm like, what if this happened though?
What if something else was
What
terrible?
if she
What's
was
going
cheating
on in
on
your
him?
mind, Monica? What's going on today?
You know, I don't want to talk about it. It's a dark place in there.
I bet you she shit her pants at work today. That's what she doesn't want to say.
Me, I just blame it on the kids.
Blame it on the booze.
No.
Blame it on the kid. It's Jamie Foxx. He wrote that song for the family version of it.
Kids bop.
Blame it on your kids. Kids, lock them outside. This song's about child abuse. Jamie, what are you doing? It's like drinking too much alcohol, beating up your kids. Kids. Oh my gosh,
Anyways.
what am I doing? Adrian Petersoning it,
No,
you know? 'Cause
no.
Guys, he beat his kids. It's not funny. Okay.
It's
In
not
addition to the loving duo, archaeologists uncovered 9 other skeletons at the site. Radiocarbon dating revealed their bones back to the 14th century. But the other skeletons, they were buried alone. So
They
they're just
weren't.
really sad and
Oh, sad.
only about this couple,
Are there
okay?
cats around them.
With just cats. They were buried with their cats and all the seasons of Matlock they owned, just buried alone.
Murder, She Wrote.
And they had their favorite, all their TV seasons around. All those Golden Girls.
Oh god.
Yeah, but and it says the thing says they've seen similar skeletons before, where like the couple's been buried holding hands, like that was a thing back then.
That's cute.
But they think they did that, and they're like, yeah, when this gets dug up a ton of years from now, people will be like, were totes in love.
They were totes in
That's
love.
like the ultimate way of showing your love, not tattoos.
No.
Making sure you get buried.
Because no one's
going
going to be able to see those when you're dead.
No. That's right.
Yeah.
Unless you mummify me.
Is your skin stay like normal?
Dude, have you seen mummies? It's really scary, man. They have a mummy in Seattle at that Ye Olde Curiosity shop.
Yeah. We used to
And
go
it's
down there
creepy.
all the time. It is creepy.
And there's also a mummy in Tacoma. You know that, in T-Town?
No, I didn't.
Because what happened was, sidebar, this guy, back in like the late 1800s, early 1900s, rich white dudes would just go to Egypt and take shit.
They would steal things? And
Yeah,
you took a
they
mummy?
they'd go on long trips, like 3-month long trips around the world because they're fucking rich, and they just go, and then they go to like Egypt and like Turkey and Greece and just take
Tacoma.
all this shit. No, they live in Tacoma.
Why?
And they just take all this shit and they bring it back to Tacoma. So there's all this bullshit, like historical stuff that should be here. The sirens are ruining the podcast right now.
God damn.
But yeah, so there's a mummy at the Tacoma Museum. And
That,
it's
just
like
because some rich white dude
some
went
rich
in.
white dude in the 20s was just like, I want this mummy. And he just took it from Egypt without asking.
That is weird.
Yeah, well, they actually have a problem with the museums in London right now because the guys in London are like, we don't, like their natural history museum is filled with ancient Egyptian stuff. And Egypt's like, we kind of want it back. So,
It's not yours, by the way.
Yeah, that's ours. Definitely ours.
It's kind of our thing. The mummy thing, that's ours.
Guys, British imperialism and American imperialism really stole a lot of artifacts from everybody.
Right. Everything good's in Tacoma now.
Everything bueno in Tacoma. Saint Bernard. Bueno? Why did I speak Spanish there?
I don't know.
Saint Bernard takes his human as a prisoner of love. That's just a weird headline. I don't even know what that even supposed to. Like, usually a headline's supposed to tell you what it kind of is.
Are we going? Are you just looking at it?
I'm just surfing the sides. I'm getting excited.
Or are we doing what?
What are we doing? We're rolling with the punches, talking about
quiz
Britain.
it, or what are we gonna do here?
Oh, teacher wins $1 million on Wheel of Fortune.
Ooh, I love Wheel of Fortune.
I do too. Can I get a 12-letter word for a loving Wheel of Fortune?
Sandwich.
Sandwich. It's a callback to a Mitch Burrow joke.
Yes,
But it's actually an 8-letter word, not a 12. Monica sucks. All right.
Can't read. We've been over this.
You guys, it's about time now. It's time for that time. That time
Yeah.
of the time. Are you ready for Monica and Mike take internet quizzes? Monica and Mike take internet quizzes. Stupid internet quizzes. Monica and Mike taking the quizzes, trying to figure stuff out about life. So we're still working on the theme song. Okay. All right.
I like it that you had to pick the mic stand up for that.
I had to because I wanted to get into it. My voice is still shot from the thing, so I couldn't hit the high notes like I wanted to.
Well, I
You know
think
what?
it was beautiful anyways.
Oh, you're great.
You're great.
Stop it. Shut the front door. Okay. Are you guys ready? The quiz today. I'm really
asking
excited.
them if they're ready.
This is a quiz
ready?
because Monica found this quiz.
I did pick this
I'm really
quiz.
excited. Which famous drag queen are you? I am so pumped to find out which drag
I
queen
think
I
this
am.
is going to be a good one. And I love drag queens, by the way.
I'm down. I'm down to whatever. Let's
I
do
would
it.
marry a drag queen.
You would marry a drag queen?
Yeah, just putting that out there.
Spice up your life.
Any drag queens that are straight.
Any straight drag
the
queens?
one I would like to meet you. Yes.
All right. So we're gonna do the quiz together, right? I
Yeah.
haven't looked at any of the questions. Have you looked at any of the
No.
questions? Yeah, she found the quiz. It's on BuzzFeed.
That's perfect.
I always say I'm
Hopefully.
gonna link it, and then I just don't. So
So just look for
just
it.
find it. Okay. What best describes the shade you throw? I have no idea what that means. That's the first question.
Shade
Shade.
is like you're sassy, like you're, I don't like. Someone's being mean to you, you'd be mean back. You know, you're like,
Okay,
oh,
that's the shade you throw.
Yeah,
I've never
really
heard that
bad
term
at that.
before.
not saying that.
Well,
but
their
yeah.
shades are choices are fierce, offensive, hilarious, soul crushing, tactful, playful, yet feisty.
So your roast jokes. What are your roast jokes like? How would you put them in?
Oh well, they're always hilarious, Monica. So yeah,
I mean, I would go with hilarious also compared to.
I was thinking about playful yet feisty.
Ooh, that might be.
I'm gonna choose playful yet feisty.
Okay, I'm gonna go with hilarious.
That's fine. You're just really highly of yourself, Monica. Whatever.
Wait, that's what. This
Checked that box. Next question.
This one has pictures.
Oh, pick a wig to snatch for your own.
All right.
You could
got
use
it.
a snatch there.
Yep.
Okay, well, the first wig,
Snatch.
I'm going to describe it to you, is long blue hair, kind of like Katy Perry in one of those music videos.
Yeah.
All right. Next one is a blonde bob. Is that what you call it? A bob?
Sure. Yeah. Something
The
like that.
third one is a red bob with a clown hat on it, and I'm definitely picking that one. That's the one I'm picking.
Then we got,
Next
like,
is a white Cher wig from
Yeah.
like Do You Believe in Life? That one. And then after that, it's a brown, just like, is it blonde or brown?
Ooh.
I'm color deficient.
It's like a dirty blonde.
Dirty blonde, like
Kinda
it looks like an 80s big
swoopy.
haircut,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Farrah
yeah.
Fawcett
I
haircut.
like that one.
And then there's a blonde one that looks like Betty White, like a really light blonde, like a whiter light
Right.
blonde.
I'm
I
going-
picked clown.
All right, I picked the fancy dirty blonde one.
Okay, you'd lick. I just said lick. You'd
Lick sync.
You'd lip sync for your life to ... ellipses. Sweet dreams are made of these. Poor unfortunate soul. These boots are made for walking. Tick-tock. Holla back girl. Work bitch.
I'm gonna say work, bitch.
I'm going to say sweet dreams.
That's it.
I'm made of these. Who had a man to disagree?
What heels would you like here, Mike?
Oh. Dude, that's a pretty great picture of a lady. Holy shit. One is just, that's a
Some
giant
big
boot.
tits. Yeah.
Okay, I
So
wasn't
we
going to
got,
mention
like,
her tits, but holy shit, Monica.
Well, that's like a part of their outfit
Tits?
at that point. Yeah.
I think I'd have small, tasteful boobs, just like the size my boobs are right now.
You don't want them to draw
Do I
too
have
much
tasteful boobs?
attention. Boobs?
Tell me my boobs are tasteful.
They're very tasteful.
Thank you.
Tasteful underboob.
That's a nice, tasteful underboob they have there. That's really good. Okay, so the heel selections are Glimmery Silver.
Of like a normal
tall boot that looks like it should belong to a member of KISS. So I'm definitely choosing that one.
Platform. Like
And
boot.
then blue, like, what's that called? Is it a wedge? Yeah,
Yeah.
I almost called it a lift. I don't think that was right. Like a genie lift. And then the fourth one is like a salsa covered like mariachi heel.
It does look like a mariachi.
Like
It's a pinata.
it's like if
It
a
actually
female
looks
luchador had a shoe.
Exactly like whatever weird message you got. It looked like whatever the
Oh,
bikini
the
she was
sex,
wearing.
Como está?
Yeah. A
A
pinata.
pinata. Yes. And then we have a very classic 3-inch pink heel.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like the shoes from There's No Place Like Home movie, Wizard of Oz.
It's more than 3 inches, but yeah.
Oh, really? Is that a 4-inch heel? Tell me, I don't know how heels work.
That's like a 6-inch heel.
Oh,
but
damn. And what's about the last one's ridiculous.
yeah.
The last one's like a
That's like-
platform heel. It's black.
strippers right there. That's a stripper boot.
Stripper boot. I picked the Kiss boot.
Okay, I picked the classy silver there on the top.
On the top left? Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
What's your famous one-liner? I'm so beautiful. When in doubt, freak 'em out. You better work.
Yeah.
Is it P-A-R-T-Y?
Yeah.
Party. Calm down, Beyonce. And I shit a banana. Definitely picking I shit a banana.
I kind of like Calm Down Beyonce, but
That's a good one too. Because I'm so beautiful. You're like, okay, whatever. Like that sounds like someone's like, you're too much for me. When in doubt, freak 'em out is good.
Right.
But I mean, you better work. Nah, it sounds also again like that. I don't like the arrogant drag queen. I like the drag queen that's just doing it for the love of the game.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You just worry about yourself.
I shit a banana. True life.
Shit a banana.
That happens to me whether in drag or not in drag. I'm gonna shit a banana tonight. That's gonna be the name of the episode. Is I shit a banana. So enjoy that.
I shit a banana.
What's your best quality? Creativity, charm, humor, honesty, intelligence, or a born leader? I'm
Oh.
gonna say humor. My
Yeah,
stomach
that's
just
really my
growled.
only redeeming quality, I think.
Are we gonna pick the same one? That's fine. We can do that.
Just on that one.
Yeah.
Ooh, I got Bianca Del Rio.
Are you kidding me? I got Bianca Del Rio.
Fuck.
Are you? These things are flawed as shit.
We all answered different. All of us.
All right. Here's the description. Because you were raised by wolves. Yeah, that's a great way to open up. You know how to tear people apart with your shade. The library never closes for you because you have a lifetime library card. If someone dares to, not now, Satan. What does it even mean? That's a weird, that's a weird place for like a hyphen. I don't know.
Yeah, she's crazy.
Basically, you rule the runway and exude confidence like a bitch that just buried her third husband. This kind of pisses me off that, again, we've done a quiz and we've both gotten the exact same answer.
Yeah, but I honestly think that we answered everything differently.
We did. Guys, I mean, we did, except the only thing we did is humor.
Right.
And I shit a banana. Maybe it's like one of those things where the minute you hit one of them, it's like, oh, you're Bianca Del Rio. Like, the minute you pick I shit a banana, this is Bianca Del
I
Rio.
didn't pick. I said calm down, Beyonce.
But I shit a banana. Monica, I just shit a banana.
Okay,
this
calm
is
down,
not
Beyonce.
funny. Monica, when in doubt, freak 'em out. I'm so beautiful. Party. That was the quiz. I'm gonna scour the internet for a quiz. I might take it again just to make sure it's different. I might do the thing where I make you take the quiz and we don't do it together. It's fun to do it together, but ideally next time we're gonna have a guest. We might have a guest next show.
Right, yeah.
We might have a guest next show, you guys.
Very exciting.
Very special guest that
Special.
deserves whispering.
Don't
So
tell
much
anyone.
whispering. You're great.
We're going to make
guys.
them take a quiz.
We're gonna make them take a quiz. I don't know. We're gonna pick a new quiz too.
And
Sorry,
you-
I burped.
They
I was
have
about to burp and
nude
I didn't want to
quizzes?
burp in the microphone. I should have just burped in the microphone. I should have just done it. I should have just let it fly.
Whoa, oh my God.
For the love of the game, you guys. Just to know, if you take away anything from this podcast, just know that it's I shit a banana. That's my favorite thing in the world.
Calm down, Beyonce.
Calm down, Beyonce. I shit a banana.
Yes.
Monica, do you have anything to say to the listener in closing statements?
Well, I have a charity, very quickly.
Very good. See, that's why
Yeah.
she's here, you guys, because she remembers the shit that we're supposed to do, like charities.
Well, see, I was gonna do something a little bit different, but this works out. So I understand that this is a little biased, but my mother does team in training. I don't know if you guys know what that is. They train to do like marathons or different hikes or whatever, like some event, right? But while they're doing that, they also raise money for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, which is like blood cancers. And so she's got a little website, and you donate, and it pays for her. She's doing the Nike Women's Half Marathon in San Francisco because my mom's a bad
Disco?
bitch. Pam Nevy is a bad bitch. I'm not gonna lie.
Pam Nevy, you know what else happened in San Francisco? Sorry to interrupt. This is a news story I forgot. Is it too late to do this?
Go.
They are starting to give out free HIV medication in San Francisco. San Francisco is crushing it right
Yeah,
now.
they are. They're
Except for the
killing it.
49ers. Okay, keep going.
But anyways, so you can go on. She's got a little website here, and you can donate to the good cause, and it goes
Donate to Pam Nevy.
Leukemia and Lymphoma Society.
That's the name of Monica's mom.
Pam Nevy.
She's the sweetest lady.
She's a saint.
Pam Nevy is a saint.
She is. Okay, I need to figure out what this.
Okay.
You can go to the team training website, and then I think you can find it that way.
And I will put a link to this in the podcast because
Okay.
I'm actually going to post this like right after this because I want to put it up so you guys can listen to it.
Well, she emailed us the correct address, so you could just click right on it.
You
and
can
then
click,
it
we'll
goes,
just
and you could just
throw-
read about my little Pammy doing all her
My little-
walking
my little
and stuff.
Pam.
And she just look at these cute photos. Oh, she's the cutest.
She's the cutest Pam Nevy around. So, guys, everyone support Monica's mom. Okay?
And me,
And
'cause I lost
we
my
love
debit
you
card.
guys.
We do.
And you guys are great.
Hug bugs.
Hug bugs for life.
You're great. You're great.
You're great.
And follow
You're
us on
great.
and rate
You're great.
the podcast.
Follow, rate, review. I love you guys so much. You're great, Monica.
You're great.
I shit a banana.